Dan was right. We can sing them equally badly in any key. Somebody asked me if I wouldn't introduce the band because I didn't tell who it was, and so band, this is the audience. Audience, this is the band. That way you know who to blame. That's another request from our live album. We're all out of almost every album. I would like to mention we have some we're not out of. Buy them. And this, here's the thing, I don't even know where y'all can relate to this. One fella wanted to hear it. We'll do it for him because I can't see it. He might be the only one out there. When they put the French fly lights on you, that's the last thing you see. I'm telling you. And the part that gets me is, they shine them on the ugliest people. I mean, if you took out devil begotten, pimple beridden, hair besodden, maggot infested, snot encrusted, belly button enthralled, bicep fixated, rock and roll, you couldn't find uglier people than them that's in the bluegrass line of entertainment, could you? When I was a little redneck, most thing I ever wanted to be was a cowboy. And I never really got that dream come until I was in about what I like to call third year, third grade. And I seen Trigger on television doing math. And I don't know where you ever seen it. He was the smartest horse. Roy Rogers go up as Trigger. And he's Trigger, what's 2 + 2 in Trigger? And I thought, well, that's all he knows how to do. But Roy could do anything. He's Trigger. What's 5 - 1? And you think, well, all he knows is plus and minus. Trigger. What's 24 divided by 6? And I was wondering that, because how could you check it? That's how I learned it. Who knows if he's right or wrong? So whenever I growed up, you know, I wanted to be a cowboy, and then they have this thing that, I don't know if you even have this down here, up in, where we lived then was in Ohio, and they had a thing called literature. And it come in the form of the Sunday supplement in the papers, the Parade magazine. And I don't even know if you'll know what I'm talking about now, but we used to read the, Parade magazine. If you do know, you will know that what I'm going to tell you, I ain't making up a word of it. Because people think, was any of that true? You can't make up stuff. You wouldn't even think of stuff like this. They have 2 issues of the Parade magazine better than any other one they have. And the first one, they list the 50 best jobs. And they show pictures of people that has these jobs. And they show the disgusting amount of money that they make for having them under their picture. And they tell how you can tell if you got a good job by how much money you make, and where you get to live, and the fringe benefits, and how much money you make. And I do know this, if you've got one of the 50 best jobs, we can put you to the test to check it out, because you only know one way to get your picture took, and it's something like this. And the following week, they come out with an issue of the people who has the 50 worst jobs. And they name these jobs, and they show pictures of these people, and they show a little piddling amount of money they make under their picture. And it's like somebody ain't clued them in. Because it's like, they come out, they got their picture took. Coal miner don't look like nothing but eyeballs and teeth. You know, it's still... And they list all the worst jobs. They list school teaching, social working, policemen, firemen, infantrymen. And they get, you read them and you think, how in the world can there be 45 jobs worse than this? And they just keep going, like soldier, sailor, school bus driver. They keep working on down, nursing, and they get every bad job that people don't respect, don't thank people for doing, that we all need done, and they get down to bottom. And every year, for every year but one, the worst job, 50th worst, was cowboy. I ain't making this up, and I'm telling you, first thing I got to wonder was how many people even goes into the cowboy line of work for the Blue Cross program. Does anybody, if you're really with me and you read this, does anybody remember what the 1 year cowboy only come in 49th? Does anybody remember what was 50th? I ain't making this up. Bluegrass playing, good thing he didn't say Bluegrass promoted. Or I'd have showed you the picture I got of Norman. I kid you not, it was elephant training. You know, I thought that'd be a head of elephant washing. No telling. You bet somebody ever come in and told you, hey, when you're done with that, go out and wash that elephant. So anyways, knowing that my life, I'm sorry. We haven't practiced this. I gave up my life's ambition of being a cowboy because I didn't want to have the 50th worst job, and then I did this thing which I recommend to everybody. I went to my first rodeo. And if you ain't never been to one, go early, go round back, watch these boys drive in. The best athletes in the world in the prime of life, 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. They come in oldest, rustiest, squeaking as pickup trucks, horse trailers held together with baling wire. They throw open the door, scrinch, and they can't take a straight step. They have to go through a bunch of gymnastics just to balance in there to get to where they're going to get to do it to themselves again. But right in behind them, in these 550 SLs and 996s and Z4s and WD-40s, comes these women from a part of Southern California where they have bodies harder than integral calculus. And I'm thinking now, there's a Fringe Benefit Parade magazine forgot to mention. I got interested in cowboying once again. And people in my county, when they want to learn a new trade, we watch public television. And I see where they was going to have a program on cowboying. I tuned it in. First cowboy that come out was a pitiful thing. Had on purple fluffy chaps. Had sort of a hand embroidered shirt and a hand-painted kerchief. Had a little earring here. Had the prettiest hair I've ever seen on a man. Had a hat out to here. And you know what they say about a man with a big hat? What? Big head. And I got to thinking, and they came like that, girly man after girly man, for about 45 minutes. I thought, you know, if one of these cowboys shows up one of them old waddies in Montana when them boys comes in from riding fence, he will do some yodeling. Finally, out come this guy looked like he really had rode some fence, and if you ever want to hear him sing a song, he's in The Horse Whisperer. He's that guy around the campfire, Don Edwards, who is a real cowboy and a real wonderful person. And he wrote this for the real cowboys, and we thank one person for asking.